Welcome to Our Life in Books, where we talk about our lives, books, and everything in between. I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Samantha.
And we're cousins! Oh my god, I was afraid I was going to forget it because it's been
I know,
so
it's
long.
been so long. And also, I was like, I'm just standing here like this. Grab yourself some tea and get cozy because we are long overdue for a chat.
Yes.
We really are.
For real.
But first, what tea are we drinking?
So today we are drinking a tea from the October box from Tea Cellar.
So cute. We picked the Uncommon Grounds because it has caffeine.
A lot of caffeine.
A lot of caffeine.
So there. Oh no, it's Common Grounds.
Common
My
Grounds.
bad. I put it Uncommon.
Common Grounds.
I like Uncommon
Me
Grounds
too.
better,
I was gonna say I like
to be
that
honest.
name.
Okay, so this tea is a mix of coffee and tea, which is crazy because it's very potent.
Yes, very potent. There's
The
actually
smell is
like,
very potent, but I think it
yeah.
tastes really, really good.
I do too. I could drink so much of this.
What is that?
It's coffee beans.
That looks like an almond.
Coffee bean, ma'am.
There's also cocoa beans in there.
Oh,
so
it could be a cocoa
that.
bean. Yeah. So they partnered with They partnered with Fat Cup Coffee in Waterloo, so a local coffee brewery. So that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And
Have you ever been there?
No, I haven't. Actually, I've never heard of it. I usually go
yeah.
to Sidecar because it's closer. But now I kind of want to try it because I was looking on.
I wonder if they have a drive-through.
I think they do. But I was looking online and like everyone said that's the best place to go in
Really?
Cedar Valley, and I had never
What's
been.
it called again?
Fat Cup.
Ooh.
Fat Cup. So in this Common Grounds is black tea, Fat Cup espresso beans, cocoa beans, green coffee beans, ground coffee, chamomile petals.
I love how they're like caffeine, and then some chamomile just to chill you out, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
You guys should probably drink this late at night so you don't sleep.
Okay, the other one is honey almond, and it's an herbal tea.
And that has honey bush tea. You smelled too
The
fast.
almond is very.
Oh, it's very almond.
It's very
heavy.
much there. It's
So
there.
honey bush tea, almond bits, natural flavor, white cornflower blossoms, and marigold. It's very there.
I'm not huge on almond.
We are not almond fans.
But I also want to try it.
Well, yeah, we'll try it. I'm just not almond because a lot of teas taste different when they smell.
Yeah, that's true. Because this is very strong smelling, but I think the taste is it's really smooth. It's really
smooth.
good. Like, I wanted more. And then I'm like, well, maybe that's not the best plan.
Well, and I feel like if you're not sure about teas and you're a coffee drinker, this would be a good, like, starting off point.
Yeah. Little chocolates.
Oh, so cute.
They're cute. I think this one's got, I was
Caramel?
going to say caramel, but
Or
those almost look
butterscotch?
like hazelnuts.
Oh, yeah.
Little candies.
So cute.
That was fun.
Yeah, so let's see. Oh, they're just saying that you should give it to a family member.
Oh, it says that the honey almond tea is one of their number one selling.
A lot of people must like almond.
I mean, a tiny bit of almond is okay, but I had this one tea once and it was supposed to be sugar cookie flavored, but all it was almond extract and it was so disgusting. So I haven't been able to, I can't get behind almond.
Yeah, it's just so, I feel like it's so overwhelming, almond.
Yes. And I like almonds, but I don't think almonds taste or smell like that.
Yeah. I'm not the biggest almond person, I guess,
How dare
either.
you.
I'm so sorry. The other day, Kurt asked me to buy walnuts in store. Apparently, I do not know what walnuts look like.
Oh, no.
I mean,
aren't they labeled?
Yeah, but you could only find walnuts in the Hy-Vees, like in like the pre.
Oh, he wants like you have to crack it yourself?
No,
Oh.
already cracked.
Okay.
Don't know what that looks like. Apparently, I know what a walnut.
It looks like a brain, though, right?
Yeah, didn't know
Okay.
that. I was picturing something else. I was picturing something else, and I found it, and I was like, oh, I was not even close. Didn't even look it up. It's a good
Oh
story.
my god, I love it.
Okay, so our first announcement is we want to thank you guys all for being understanding about our break. But we really missed it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just going to be nice to get back into a routine because I feel like, I don't know, like I feel like I've just kind of been floating.
Yeah,
aimlessly,
like not really having a lot to be, like not a lot of responsibilities,
Yeah.
deadlines.
Mm-hmm.
We've just been kind of playing video games, junk
So many
journaling,
video games.
just like doing random stuff. So it's gonna be nice to get back to this and feel like we're like doing something again.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Me too.
I don't know.
You have a lot of announcements
Oh
here.
yeah, got so many announcements. I was prepared. We had to change up our whole schedule because we missed a month. So be prepared.
Frankie say, be prepared. Frankie McDonald?
I don't know what that is. I don't know.
Oh my God, how dare you? You need to look him up.
I was gonna say be our guest, but that's
No. Go look at Frankie
Beauty and the
McDonald's YouTube right now. He does the weather. He I think he's autistic maybe, but he like does weather alerts and stuff. And that was the first time I saw him because he did one for Cedar Rapids and he called it like Cater Rapids and it was really adorable. But that's what he always says because he did it for like this big snowstorm and he's like, be prepared.
Oh.
So
Okay,
anyway, sorry.
so,
my bad.
The month of November, we are going to have this Tea Chats that you're listening to right now, then November new releases, and another Tea Chats about Unsolved Mysteries Volume 2.
Yeah.
And then the month of December, we're going to do December new releases, a Tea Chats, and we're going to do a deep dive into All This Time by Mickey Daughtry and Rachel Lippincott. So make sure to go read that. It was such a good read.
It is good.
Yes, I just recommended
It's a
it to
roller
someone
coaster
who
of
likes,
emotions.
yeah, someone asked on Facebook for a roller coaster of emotions romance, and I was like, this
Oh
book.
my God.
And then we're gonna end the year with end of the year wrap up episode. So
Yeah.
we know we talked about Fable. I think we're just gonna push that to January, so you guys have time to read it. And if you've already read it, then you're ahead.
Yeah, then you're far ahead of us. So.
Exactly.
Good job.
So yeah, like I said, next week's episode, we're going to do November new releases. And we know it's in the middle of November. So if you have some that came out that you're excited about, let us know.
Mm-hmm.
And
any recommendations for us to read or to look up for November?
Yes, definitely.
Talk about.
Got to add to the TBR. And then our next Tea Chats, we're going to talk about Unsolved Mysteries Volume 2.
Yes.
Which I'm so excited because I loved the first Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix. And I just love the cinematography and how it's shot.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously we love mysteries and Meredith.
Yeah, and I love how they're doing it now. Like there's no narrator because I don't think that they could have replaced what is his name? What is his name?
I don't know. I had a crush on him though.
I forget. But they, it would have been really hard to replace that voice. And so I think it's really nice that they went a completely different direction.
And are you the one that told me like in the beginning there's like a shadow, like there's a silhouette and it's him?
Oh yeah,
That's so cute. Mm-hmm. So I really like it.
Is it Robert Stack? I feel like that's what I want to say.
I know I said it wrong last time, so that's why I'm not saying it. And it's from the people who did Stranger Things, so I just think it's a good show, and I love that.
Yes, it is Robert Stack.
Is it Robert Stack? That I'm just excited about watching it.
Oh, and I love that they're doing international mysteries too.
Yes, they're so good. I don't mind reading subtitles. I've actually gotten. Okay, we're gonna go. Should I just start on my tangent now into chat pockets? Okay, cool. Before we get into Robert, where's Robert Fisher? I've been really into watching foreign TV shows and films.
Really?
Really into it. A lot of Dutch and a lot of French.
Where do you watch them?
YouTube is where I find like the clips of them, and then they'll like leave a link or whatever, and it's so.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been addicted. It's so good, and now I'm like following all these people from like all these places.
What do you watch? Like what
one of them
shows?
was like a teen show, and then I just started another one. I don't know what it's about. It says like a suspenseful thing, but there's a lot on like.
I don't know what it's about because they're not speaking English.
Yeah, and I didn't want to translate the because I'm reading subtitles, so I won't translate the thing. But on Netflix they have a show called Rain. And it's about acid rain that like kills people, and it's like a post-apocalyptic show, and that's in a different language. And I want to read that, or I watch that, read that. It looks really good.
Well, you do read it,
yeah. So I like go, yeah. So I don't know why. It's just like I feel like it's just a different experience to read it.
Yeah.
But it's so weird because like once you are reading it, you're reading it, but also watching. It's
right.
So crazy.
That's how it was with what was that movie that came out? It was a horror movie.
Yeah, because I was supposed to watch it. And we need to watch Train to Busan because that's another one that has subtitles. And that's on Netflix. It was really
good too. What the heck is it called? But everyone talked about it. It got awards and stuff. Parasite. It's like you forget that you're reading it.
Yes.
You forget that you're reading subtitles.
Yeah. That's what we need to do with Train to Busan, because they have 2 now, and that's like a zombie horror, and I fucking love that.
You what?
I love zombie horrors. I freaking love that. I didn't say that for it, I promise. I
Ma'am?
said freaking, guys.
Ma'am?
I said freaking
Ma'am?
because I can't. There's kids around
I know.
now.
I'm not used to filtering myself. It's been too long since
I
I've had to filter
know.
myself on the podcast. So
And I just filter myself for work, so I say freaking and son of a biscuit and
I don't
all
even
these weird
filter
things.
myself at work anymore. The guy in the office next to me had to come check on me the other day because I was cussing out my scanner because it's a piece of garbage and it's like 1,000 years old.
You should have office spaced it. Just went out in the parking lot, took it out.
I really would like to. It's really old, and we got it used from someone who smoked, so it's all super yellow too. But yeah, it stopped working, and because it would act like it's working, and it would like try and pull a paper down, but then it would act like it's jammed and make this really high-pitched sound. And it did it every day. And one day I was just done, and so I was cussing it out, and he came over, he's like, "Are you okay?"
You're like, no.
I know you never hear me cuss or be loud for my office, but no, I'm not okay.
It started it. I'm gonna finish it.
God.
So yeah, there's a bunch of good shows on Netflix right now that I know we need to get new chairs. They're awful, guys. They're like folding chairs.
It hits in such a weird spot on my lower back.
I know, they like push on your lower back, and it's just not comfortable at all. I just sit weird now, which is probably not good on my back.
I want to tell you something that's not even on here, and it's just random.
That's fine. I already started off random. We haven't gotten to the
shirt.
Amazon Prime.
Is from Wicked Clothing.
Yes,
I told you about them. I've gotten a couple things from them. So, the other day after the U.S. election, they had a special sale.
Why don't you tell me?
I thought you'd see. It was all over Instagram because they kept reposting it. They might still have it. I don't know, but
I guess we're going to talk about the election.
It was a special coupon code that you could use, and the coupon code was Trump is a loser.
Did they have any special
No,
it
was just
merch?
It was on everything.
Oh.
But yeah, it was Trump is a loser.
That's so funny. So
I got another sweatshirt.
I just thought they had something that was wicked with the elections. I was like,
no, but they posted it on Instagram, and people were like, "Oh, I'm gonna stop following you," and they're kind of like, "We don't care."
Good.
There was over 5,000 comments on their first post, so then they reposted it and did it again. I just felt like they were being kind of trolly. But
I love trolly internet people.
It was wonderful.
They're my jam. They just get me in the feels.
But I love this shirt so much. It's a tarot card of the moon.
I do love that a lot. I actually found a shirt that I want to get you for Christmas.
Shut up.
That is so good. I saved it. I know, I'm so excited. But did you laugh out? This is another tangent, guys. I'll try. I think I'm gonna post it on our Instagram. Did you laugh out loud at that TikTok I sent you?
Which one?
The one about the guy getting up early.
Okay, what is this one?
It's a guy. I sent it. No, I know, but I literally laughed out. I said something like, I guess I can play it because we're not on a podcast. But no, I guess we can talk about. I put the U.S. elections in here. We don't have to talk about it. But I just thought, guys, listen. America finally got back. You can trust us again, please.
Well, sort of. You can trust some of us.
Never trust any politicians. First of all, if you're new to elections, don't ever trust anybody.
70 million votes for
a racist, homophobic, bigot, transphobic loser, Cheeto-headed loser.
Listen, this is where we stand. If you guys didn't know that already.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, here it is. This guy. I laughed out loud, and I thought it was so funny because it's me. Let's see if I can play it.
Exactly.
No.
Stop lying to yourself and say you'll get up early tomorrow to do it. You're mentally ill. You're not getting up early. You're barely getting up.
I was like, oh, that's me. That's
so
both of us.
seen?
We set so many alarms.
I tell myself every time too.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, Monday's a great day to start working out again. This is what you're gonna do. And then Monday, Sunday night, I actually got a lot of sleep. And so I was up at 5:30, and I could have gotten up to start working out, but then I was like, I'll have to find clothes, and that's gonna take a while.
I do the same thing. Yeah.
I don't want to do that. So then I didn't. And then every other day this week, it's like, well, this isn't a good day to start something. Monday's a great day to start things. Not today. So
I do the thing where, one, I need to find comfier clothes. I need you to help me find the pants with the pockets.
Yeah.
And I need to find just comfy. Okay, I thought I was gaining weight. The scale hasn't changed.
Mm-hmm.
This little poop has been shrinking my shirts.
Shut up.
A lot of them won't fit anymore. I was like, what is going on? He's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you didn't want them dried.
Did you tell him just not to touch your clothes?
That's I was like, just don't dry anything. Just don't dry anything. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh. So I was like, well, one, I feel better about myself, but now I need new clothes. Second, I do this thing where I'm like, okay, I'm going to work out in the mornings and then I'm going to get ready for the day. And that's just going to be my thing. And then I'm like, I am not a morning person. We know this. So then I'm like, well, maybe I should work out at night. And then at night, I'm like, I have too much to do. I can't waste my time working out. And then it just cycles.
Yes. Well, and I'm a little bit like that, but I know the only time I'm going to work out is in the morning. Because in the evening, I'm like, yeah, I want to do stuff, or like I want to do literally nothing and lay on my couch.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm going to work out at night unless I go for a walk, which is too cold now. So forget
Yeah.
that.
I mean, I did like our walks. My thing is like, I always worked out in high school at night. I never worked out in the mornings. Like we had one morning practice and I was a-hole the entire time. So I'm like, maybe it's because I'm not good at working out in the mornings. I need to work out in the after. Like the only times I want to work out is during the week, like in the middle of the day. Like during the weekends, I'll be like, oh, I kind of want to work out, and I'll go work out. And I'm like, I can't do that during the week, Samantha.
Oh, whack.
So that was us. That TikTok embodies us.
Yeah, I really, really
You're
like
mentally
that.
ill. You're barely gonna get past me.
Which, I mean, that's true. I get up at the very last minute that I
Yeah.
have to get up.
And we both set so many alarms.
Alex gets very, I mean, the thing is, like, he's not frustrated in that it doesn't bother him. Like, he can sleep through my alarm. It does not bother him. But it's frustrating for him because he's like, I don't know how you do this. How do you do this? How do you have so many alarms and then just keep hitting snooze? Because I do have like 5 or 6 different alarms and I hit snooze on all of them. So then they're all going off, but I'm still sleeping in between them.
Well, I also saw, I don't know if it was like a Reddit post, whatever, Twitter, TikTok. It was like people who set multiple alarms don't trust themselves.
Yes.
I was like, dang.
It's true. It's true.
I try not to.
And I also do this weird, like, what is it? Like lucid dreaming, or like where the alarm is in my dream.
Yes, I do that all the time.
But also in my dream, I'm like talking with myself and like making it work with myself, where like I'm like, okay, if I snooze this one, then I have to get up with the next one. Or if I like, I can turn this one off because I have another one that's going to go off. So sometimes I will turn them off. And then sometimes I turn them all off and not realize it.
See, I do the thing in my dream where it's something else. It's not an alarm at all. It's like a bell, or it's a phone ringing, or it's something else, and I have to get to it, and I have to silence it before someone comes. Like that kind of thing.
Oh, shoot.
So I don't even know
like
it's
intense.
an alarm.
Oh, God.
So that's my problem when I'm into sleep. I don't know it's an alarm, and that's what's bad. That's why I have to set multiple ones, because I don't trust sleeping.
I just
Samantha.
like dream reason with myself about why I can turn this one off. It's a problem.
There's 2 types of people here. Okay, should we start with where is Robert Fisher?
We should probably talk about that because
Okay.
that was, so we were supposed to talk about this in October.
Yeah, so I hope you guys all watched it. I mean,
I watched it twice.
I watched it once, then researched it because I also just wanted to know what was going on with
That's
it.
smart. I guess I should have done that.
Well, I figured you watched it again, and I wasn't going to watch it again. So,
So, it's about a man named Robert Fisher who,
what is it? It's a family annihilator.
yes, he's a family annihilator.
Real quick, guys, I'm so sorry if you can hear me typing. It annoys me when I'm editing, but I have to do it. Okay, ASMR. Pretend you like ASMR. Okay, continue.
So in the documentary, it talks about how they get a 911 call that this house in the middle of a neighborhood just blew up. And so they go to the house and the firefighters start putting out the fire, but they notice right away that they can smell bodies burning. And they find the bodies of a mother and 2 children, and they cannot find the father. And that is Robert Fisher.
Yes, and yeah, it just, yeah.
It's awful. I mean,
I'm trying to figure out where to start in my brain.
it's bad enough that he killed them all, but how he killed his children it's awful.
Yeah,
It's awful.
apparently he wasn't even a good person. So
Well, they show like home videos and clips throughout the documentary.
yeah.
And he seems like a really mean guy.
So I just have the Wikipedia article pulled up, but he was like, everyone said he was like a very like mean person all forever. And like she was like his wife had to be like a yes sir, like don't stand up to him, like had to like basically just like she couldn't like put things on the walls. They had to
Yes,
like,
he had to approve everything that she hung up on the
so
wall.
controlling over their lives.
And they also, so he had an affair at one point with, so he had back surgery. He had a bad back, had surgery, and then he went to see a masseuse and slept with a masseuse.
Yeah. But then didn't want his wife to leave him because of it or something like that. And it's like, well, you're a crappy person.
Right. He just seemed really awful because there was a lot of times, it seemed like she was always the one behind the camera. And he was constantly like, why do you have that thing on? Like, what are you doing? I don't know. It was just, he made me really uncomfortable.
Yeah, he made me uncomfortable as well. And so, yeah, I don't know if we're going to go into detail of like how he killed his children, but it was awful.
Right.
And so basically people said that he only cared about his dog. And so
Well, so they caught him on camera at a ATM, taking out $280 because that was
the minimum that you could take out at the
maximum.
Minimum. Just take out the minimum.
So they caught him doing that, and then they ended up finding his car like in the middle of these woods, and it's actually his wife's car because his car was a truck.
Oh yeah, and is like something like his couldn't have made it or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's what they said.
Something along those lines.
Something like that car was more equipped for like off-roading.
Yeah, his wife's car would have been better overall getting places, I guess. I don't know. And
maybe less noticeable or something. Yeah. There was something unique about her car versus his.
So he took her car and his dog.
Yeah, and he packed a ton of stuff.
He took all of his clothes.
Wiped down the car.
The entire car. There's no, I think they found fingerprints on one thing in the car.
The coffee mug or something like that. Sorry, guys.
But so there's theories. At first,
we're so popular.
Right. At first they thought because of where he parked that he went into one of the caves nearby and either like took his own life or was
said it so nice. My brain went off to himself and I was like, speaking of who he is, that's fitting. Continue.
So there's theories like that, but I don't know. I think I tend to lean toward maybe he got help. Right. And maybe he did do that in one of the caves and they just never found him. But I think that there was someone helping him. There's just no way. Like, why would he take out money if he's planning on killing himself?
And to pack all that stuff.
And that's not enough money to live. So he had to have someone helping him.
Because he never took out money again.
Right. And why would he take all of his clothes with him if he was just not going to live any longer?
Yeah. So, like, I think that because he left the dog at the car, and that's like a big thing. Like, he loved this dog. Why would he leave the dog at the car? Well, he told the dog to stay. Mm-hmm. So what I thought, I have like a couple theories in my brain. One, he had the dog stay so he could go scope out a cave. Oh. And he fell and hurt himself. Because apparently, like, the caves are really bad, and he probably didn't want his dog to hurt himself. He wanted to, like, go up. Yeah. That's one. Two is that he told the dog to stay, went to the cave, came back to get the dog, and the car was already found by the police. And so he took off to either, and then died or whatever. Or someone was helping him.
You hear Bowie?
Yeah.
Well, and the other thing is, I think maybe he just took his dog with him because he didn't want his dog to die. So maybe he didn't want to take the dog with him because he can't take the dog on the run. But if the dog would have stayed in the house, it would have died.
I like that idea. So you think do you think he's still alive? Because he's still in the most wanted.
I think he is.
Yeah.
Because if he's not alive, then he died like that day or soon after.
Yeah, I agree. It's either one or the other.
I don't know.
But I don't think he killed himself. I think he died from something or he's still out there.
Because there's a lot of like missing person things where people think they just went off and started a new life. But I think this is one of the ones that makes the most sense for that to happen. Because
he had no attachment to his family.
What was his motive for killing them? It had to have been that he wanted to go start a new life, right? What was the point?
I can't remember. I thought it's because she intended on divorcing him.
He'd already cheated. What does it matter?
He didn't mind. He did not want its control. He didn't want her to divorce him. That's why.
So he killed the kids too?
Yep, because he thought that the kids would go with her and he would lose everybody. So there's like 4 types of family annihilators or family murderers. So I wanted to like figure out which one he is. Mm-hmm. So there's a self-righteous, a disappointed, anomic, and paranoid. So self-righteous is the killer seeks to locate blame for his crimes upon the mother whom he holds responsible for breaking down the family. This may involve the killer phoning his partner before the murder, explaining what he is about to do. For these men, their breadwinner status is central to the ideal family. Disappoint it. I keep wanting to say disappointment. The killer believes his family has let him down or has acted in ways to undermine or destroy his vision of the ideal family. An example may be disappointment that children are not following the traditional religious or cultural customs to the father. Anomic. In these cases, the family has become firmly linked in the mind of the killer to the economy. The father sees family as a result of his economic success, allowing him to display his achievements. However, if the father becomes an economic failure, he sees the family as no longer serving its function.
Ew.
Yeah. Paranoid, those who perceive an external threat to the family. This is often social services or the legal system, which the father fears will side against him and take away the children. Here, the murder is motivated by a twisted desire to protect the family. So I would say self-righteous, honestly, because on Wikipedia it says investigators theorize that Fisher murdered his family because he felt threatened by Mary's intent to divorce him and did not want Brittany and Bobby to go through what he had to go through as a child. Which just
right, because his parents got divorced.
That doesn't. I mean, we all have crap happen to us. That's not a reason to be that way. You know what I mean?
Well, imagine if he had attempted to kill them and hadn't. Like, that's far more trauma that they would have to live with if their dad tried to kill them and couldn't follow through with it or something. That's far more trauma than just getting a divorce.
Yeah, it's insane. So self-righteous is definitely it.
I was thinking about this, about other men who have done this, and I think Chris Watts is also self-righteous.
And then what about category. The French one off Unsolved Mysteries? His was financial. His was financial. Yeah. Remember? Because he had gone through. So that's which right. One's that? Anomic.
Well, and then I think so. And then I was thinking of the one too who killed his wife, but she was missing because he took his kids on that camping trip.
A podcast about that.
And then ended up killing the kids because of CPS.
Mm-hmm. So that's be the paranoid. Mm-hmm. Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one really messes me up.
Yeah. Because,
they knew he was dangerous. That's why he had supervised visits.
He shouldn't even have supervised visits. And then also, what creeps me out is, the 911 call from this, because the guy is, ignoring her.
He's not listening to her.
No, and then she just said, he smiled at her as he shut the door.
Uh-huh.
Ugh. What's wrong with people?
Okay, so this one, do you remember the documentary? The people that were interviewed on Where is Robert Fisher? Robert's sister?
It was his sister, yeah.
Listen, I'm sure she's a nice human being.
Doesn't she stick up for him or something like that?
She's I don't know. It's like she doesn't believe that he did this.
Yeah.
Because she's they just jumped to conclusions and assumed that he did this. I'm like, okay, if he didn't do it, where is he?
Yeah.
Where is he?
Why would you just leave?
Right. Your entire family
and
is
you're seen
dead.
On ATM after.
Right.
So it's not before, so you couldn't, something could have happened to you, after this happened to your family.
She just seemed very, very strange. It was, she made a lot of excuses for him, and I was just like, he's not someone that deserves excuses.
No, not
after
at
what
all.
He's done.
Not at all. Yeah,
I was very frustrated.
But it might run in the family, some issues, so you never know.
Well, because that's what she talked about a lot too, was that their parents got divorced and it really affected both of them. And I'm like, okay, but so did mine, and I'm
so
okay.
did mine. It's how you choose.
I don't kill people.
Exactly. It's. I understand people have trauma, but it's how you deal with that trauma. Not, you can't blame everything on things that have happened to you. It's not healthy, and it's not a way to grow.
No, and I feel like at a certain point as an adult, you don't get to say this thing that happened in my childhood is still making me do this thing.
And if it's making you be a certain way, go get help.
Mm-hmm.
That is what you need to do instead of just making excuses.
Also, the other super weird thing, when they found his car, do you remember what they found outside of it?
No.
He pooped on the ground outside his car.
And that's another thing. If you're going to go off yourself, why are you going to poop outside your car?
Right. Why even bother?
Yeah. You're right. I honestly think you're right about both things. I think that he saved his dog because he just didn't want something to happen to the dog. And then he couldn't take him with him and he took off with someone else. But then who would help? He had no friends.
He had to have had a girlfriend, though, because they talked about how they thought that he was having another affair, but they couldn't confirm it with anyone. And so, and I don't remember what led them to think that he was having an affair, but they couldn't confirm like who it was.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. I just think
That
he
makes
had to
sense.
have-
That makes sense.
He had to have.
And that's
Nothing else
probably why
makes
he's
sense.
still on FBI's most wanted because
Well, and he's been spotted a bunch of times too.
I didn't know that.
So a lot of people
I wanted to look up on
thought
Reddit
that they
and
saw
see.
him. I can't remember
Is it Mexico or where?
that or somewhere in like South or Central America. So it was this tourist taking pictures, and this guy came up to them and were like, "Why are you taking my picture? What are you doing?" And they're like, "We're just taking like you just happen to be in the picture." And so he wanted them to like get rid of the pictures and stuff. So that seems super weird. And then there was a guy in Canada that had the same scar as him on his back, and the same something else was the same. He
I
looked
remember that.
a lot like him. And even Robert Fisher's neighbor came to Canada and identified him as Robert Fisher. And then they took his fingerprints and said it was different fingerprints. So
Can you change your fingerprints?
well, they talked about how that is possible, but it's not likely. But I'm
But
like,
how many other coincidences?
right.
And
'Cause it was
did
the
you like
same
confirm?
scar,
Did you
and
look at
there's-
his birth certificate or something? Like,
Right. Like, did you take DNA? You don't
Yeah.
have his DNA somewhere?
why wouldn't you take DNA?
It was just really
Because fingerprints, I feel like you can change. DNA, you can't change.
well, and they said that you could, but the one guy said something about that's like CIA stuff, and I was like, the CIA is real. It's not like sci-fi. The
Yeah.
CIA is real.
Well, and like, I mean, wasn't he in the military? Like, he might need, like, maybe all you need to do is change it just a little bit.
Mhm. But yeah, so his sister does not believe that was her brother. Because, okay, she said something really stupid. She said, I don't think that was my brother because he doesn't like to travel. So there's no way he would have traveled to Canada. And I'm like,
Is he
He's
just out in the
somewhere.
woods? Is he just out in the woods still in a cave? Like, no, he's not. Dude.
he's somewhere. He had to travel somewhere. Like, what? What? How is that your logic? That that's not him because he doesn't like to
Maybe
travel.
she's his accomplice.
She could be because she seems very strange. Even though they did ask her, they were like, if he contacted you, would you contact the police? And she said the detective that was on the case, she has his card, and then she also has his phone number saved in her phone so she can call if anything. So I'm like, okay, like she seems very honest because their whole family seems very religious. But she just makes far too many excuses for somebody who killed his children.
Yeah, like those were your family.
That was your niece and nephew.
Yeah.
Like, they were children. There are other children that they're friends with that are mourning them.
Yes, still.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
And you can't make excuses. I'm
Mm-mm.
sorry. I don't care. If my brother did that, wouldn't be making excuses for him.
absolutely freaking not.
I love him and I couldn't see him doing it.
No,
But
anyone in our family. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, there's just a difference there.
right.
Okay, so you guys are gonna have to let us know what you thought. If you have any recommendations that we should watch or listen to for tea chats, let us know because this is
Yeah.
fun having like something to like expand our horizons.
Which
with.
next time we're going to talk about Unsolved Mysteries Volume 2. There's 6 episodes. So I
I'm
feel
so
like
pumped. We're gonna have to, I think we should like maybe we'll like pick our favorites, but like talk about them like quick.
which have you watched any of them yet?
No, I started to, and then I got distracted by
I watched
something else. And I
4
talked
of
about
them so far.
Are you good?
Yes.
Okay,
Very
I'm gonna
good.
start. I'm gonna start him tonight after I finish the show. I'm gonna talk about later.
Okay.
Okay, let's just talk about our obsession
Among
Us, guys. I mean, it's everyone's obsession. Apparently, it's an old game.
Yeah, so
Like a revamped.
it was
or-
created by like 3 guys.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be called, the kids told me, it had a name originally. And I can't remember what it was now.
But I love that. So they were supposed to come out with an Among Us too, but now they've canceled it and they're just going to put all this effort into Among Us because it's so popular. It's so much fun.
It's so funny because the boys had been playing it for a while and they kept trying to talk me into playing with them. And this is the same thing that happened with Fortnite. And because I kept saying, no, like I don't want to get sucked into another thing. And when I finally did, I haven't stopped playing.
Yeah, and
I
I've
told
had
them.
it for a while. I just haven't had time to like play it with any friends because they all stream. So I have to like be prepared for that because I'm not on stream, but my voice will be. And I just haven't had the time because October and stuff. And yeah, we just Sunday.
Oh my gosh.
Morgan and Daniel. Hi guys. Did you see the birthday thing I put for the last podcast on there?
No.
And when we say his birthday, I put "Happy Birthday, Dan" on the on the thing. I was gonna send it to him. But so they came up, and I had so much fun. Like I haven't had that much fun in a long time. Like I was like, Kurt, I'm staying here all day because we're just like hanging out,
right?
Just hanging
chilling.
out, no stress, nothing, and
no responsibility.
Animal Crossing and Among Us, and it was so much fun that I stopped playing just enough time to go home and keep playing with you guys.
Right? It was a lot of fun,
and now we like play on Discord and send the group things.
It's so funny too because like I'll play and I'll have the kids like the kids will play with me for a while and then they get annoyed and want to stop playing. And I'm like,
it's just like keep Fortnite. Going. This one, did we tell them the one time we were playing Fortnite with them and we kept wanting to play and they're like, oh, we're kind of tired. Can we take a break? And we're like, yeah, sure. We go outside and they start playing something. They start playing without us.
They weren't taking a break. They just didn't want to play with us anymore.
They're too nice to tell us that we're old and annoying.
Whoopsies.
So the same with Among Us.
Yes, very much same with. Yeah. Even though Raylan's a troll. He's always been a troll, and no matter what we do
on the Facebook games he sends me.
And when we play Among Us, he likes to call emergency meetings all the time for no reason.
Yeah.
And he does it when we're playing with strangers and everyone gets really mad. And I'm like, you have got to stop doing this. You've got to stop.
Well, especially don't do it to the family. Like he was doing it when we were playing and I was like, Raylan, we all know you. Stop it.
Right. You have no reason to call this meeting.
No.
And now we're just stuck here until we have to vote.
Exactly. No, yeah. But now I really like playing. We need to have another game night where we play.
So what color do you play as? What thing do you have in your head?
Oh my god. So I was talking to I joined listen guys, I'm looking for friends. Because when you're a girl playing video games, you don't normally talk because you get, oh my god, you're a girl, how old are you? Are you sure a girl jump twice if you're a girl? Like that kind of stuff. So I've been trying to find girls that play games so I can play with them. So it's not like all men that I play with. And I'm in this girl gamer Facebook group, and this girl like crocheted little Fortnite or little Among Us characters, and I said, I want one. Will you make me my character? And then a girl said they're really cute, but like watch out because Among Us came out with this thing where they don't want anyone to like making that stuff. And I was like, was it because they're gonna come out with their own stuff? Okay, awesome. So she's like, but just change it and then like make it similar but not quite like as realistic,
right? Well, so that's the thing. If she just doesn't like list it on Etsy,
she's not gonna list it, and then she's gonna change it a little bit because she's like, I don't want to disrespect them because I love this game, but she's gonna make me mine. So I'm black. My name's Emo, and I wear a crown, and I have my little animal pet friend that's just a mini me. What about you?
So my name is Blueberry, and I'm the dark blue. What do I usually? Oh, I've been changing up my headgear. So I had a balloon at first, and now I've been wearing a backwards hat because it's also blue.
Oh, that's
and
cute.
then I have the little robot friend that looks like Wally.
Yeah, because I talked you into buying a little friend. And
well, it's so funny because the boys are like, I want to get a pet. I'm like, you don't ever play games long enough for me to buy things on them.
And we're actually I'm gonna play this for a long time. How I dedicated him is I bought the same stuff for my phone as for my computer because you have to buy both the pets. So I did that.
Well, and then on the computer too, when you buy the game on Steam, you get a bunch of outfits. Which I didn't know because Alex got on his computer or on the kids' computer, and so he was wearing like the little pantsuit, whatever it is, and I was like, you bought an outfit? And he's like, no, it comes, it's right here. And I'm like, oh, it must come with that.
There's extra suits you can buy. And apparently, so I was like, where did everyone get that pirate hat? I figured it out. They have like Halloween and Christmas like themes. So when Christmas comes, we'll get a bunch of like fun hats to wear.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I love it.
So
and there's supposed to be hide and seek mode that they're coming out with too, that they're going to release on the game. I love
that. I've been watching people play different versions. Like that's what I love about playing games and watching people play games is because they come up with fun ways to do it. So a lot of people like change their names to like you, I, me, and then you can't use like colors. You have to say I saw you, or me saw you kill them, and it's really funny. I've also watched people do really fast mode, like running really really fast, and you only have one task, and the killer can kill as much as they want, and you just have to hurry, and it's so funny. So I just like watch people play different, but I love it. But I love. My favorite thing is ghost chat because I like to yell, and Alex won't yell with me because they always, whenever I'm the imposter, I'm not very good at it. But when I'm not the imposter, everyone thinks I'm the imposter, and I'm just angry in ghost chat, yelling to myself.
Oh, it's just so fun.
It's so much fun.
So we played. I'm trying to remember. I don't know. It all runs together, but we played one night, and it was me and Alex. it was the two of us. Maybe one of the boys played with us. But I was imposter for 4 games in a row. And I was getting so frustrated because I'm like, this is too much stress for me.
It's so stressful.
Like, it's fun to be the imposter every once in a while, but I would rather be the crewmate.
Me too. I would so rather be the crewmate. Because once I'm the imposter, I'm like, I'm bad at lying.
I know. Well, then, because I was watching different YouTubers play, and they play where you actually talk.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't do that.
That's how all my friends
I can
do it.
lie through text, sort of.
Yeah.
I cannot lie through my voice.
It's so funny watching people lie though, or like they'll like mute themselves and start laughing and then unmute themselves and be like, no, seriously though. Like I want to try it, but my thing is, yeah, I'm just, I don't know if I'd be a good like liar, and I'm just not a good imposter. I'm not good at faking stuff, and I'm not good at killing people. I always hit the wrong button.
I know. Oh my God. I don't know, because I play on my phone, so it's a small screen, but lately every time I kill someone, I go to run away and somehow it hits report.
Yep.
So I self-report and I'm like, oh my God. Everyone's
where
gonna
did I
know
find
it's
the body?
me.
Where
I'm
did I
so
even
stupid.
Well, like I panicked because they're like, where were you? And I was like, I don't even know where I was. I was with the body, but I can't say that. So and I don't know the map well enough to like lie.
Well, now I've got it memorized.
Of course you do.
The one map.
The main map.
Because there's 3 and we've only played on one other map. Well, I guess we've only played on one other one. The snowy one.
Mm-hmm. Snowy one.
Snowy.
So that's Among Us. You guys should play it.
So
It's really fun. You can get it on your phone. You can get it on a computer. Can't get
And
it on Mac apparently.
Of course, Alex did that thing too where he was like we played a couple rounds and he's like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to like this game very much. And then we continued to play for another 2 hours and he didn't say anything else about it. So I was like, I think you like this.
Yeah.
And then he got it on the computer the next day.
Yeah, because we were talking and I was like, oh my God, Elizabeth, we're so stupid. The boys have a computer.
So he got it on the computer the next day and played it for a couple hours before I got home. And then I got home, he's like, okay, this is what we're doing tonight. I'm like, oh, for God's sakes. What have I done?
My favorite is the first time he was imposter, we all knew he was imposter. Like, we're all like, we can tell Alex is imposter. I literally let him chase me around the map 3 times. I'm like, come on, Alex, come kill me.
But he's so bad at it. I'm like,
He's
you have
so
to like
bad at
pretend to do tasks and stuff. Like, you have to.
He just runs around, and then all he says is, and then he doesn't say anything in the chat. He doesn't vote. He just keeps saying sus. And I'm like, you need to vote. Talk to me in Ghost. And then I like Discord. I'm like, Alex, there's a ghost chat. He's like, I know. And I'm like, well, talk to me in it. I'm talking to myself right now.
We were playing Saturday night and we were playing with Nicole and some obviously random people. I was like, where am I going with that? I lost my train of thought. I'm Michael Scott. No, and so it was kind of funny because we started this trend in this like little group that we had going where when someone was the imposter and they got called out because someone saw them, instead of trying to deny it, everyone was just like, yeah, okay, it was me. I'm so sorry.
I've seen the thing where it's like, someone's like, it wasn't me. And then when they're going out, they're going, ah.
Oh, it's so
so much fun. I love it. I'm obsessed.
Same.
There is another game that I'm going to play that I download. I'm going to play with Nick. It's called Phasmophobia. Do you know what that means? It's like the fear of ghosts. And so it's a game you can get on Steam. So Alex will play it if you want. So you wear headphones and it's not directional here, audio, but basically the mics, like the closer you are to the person, you can hear them, but the farther away you can't, like the other people you're ghost hunting with.
Oh, it's a game you play with other people?
Yes. So then you get all this stuff and you go ghost hunting and the ghost's in there and you can like hear it in your ears. And it's supposed to be really scary. Like a lot of people get really, and Nick and I were playing the intro, like the demo. Or like, when you like learn how to play. And he kept shushing me because he was scared. And like, usually I'm not too afraid of this because it's a game and I'm more just like laughing.
Yeah.
But also I think if I was home alone and the lights were off, I'd probably get freaked out. But we haven't played yet. He said he finally played with one of his friends because I haven't been able to play. And he said it was really scary but hard to do with 2 people. But I've watched people play and it looks so much fun.
Oh my God. What's the scary game that we downloaded on Switch? Do you remember? So we downloaded a scary game on there too, but I haven't had the guts to play that yet.
I haven't played that yet either. We went through and bought a bunch of games too.
We bought 5 games.
And you and your brother bought some.
They were on sale.
Yeah, we love a
They're
sale.
like normally $15 and then they were 2. So I bought them.
Yeah, and then you're like, buy them. And I'm like, I literally ran home to get my Switch. Didn't even tell Kurt. Kurt was in the garage the entire time. I was like, sneak in the house, get the Switch, go back. Y'all wasn't here.
You didn't see anything.
You didn't see anything. This is kind of on the same topic, but Unnus, this YouTube channel that I've been obsessed with, is finally deleting their channel on the 13th. Like on Friday, they're doing a live show for
Friday?
their last. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
thought like through the end of the year.
Nope. They started a year ago.
Holy
I know,
shit.
and it's like my favorite. I usually
said shit. I didn't say the S word.
No. And it's just like it takes a lot to make me laugh out loud besides being with like each other or like our family, and they just make me. You saw the video I sent you today. It's so
insane.
ridiculous and stupid and silly. And
what was that thing that they were in?
Oh, it's a sauna. So what happened? Let me just explain this to you guys. So Unnus is like these two creators. They're both like gamers, and they both wanted to do something different. They wanted a new goal, and so they both came together to create this channel about just like, you know, life and death. And that was like, you know, everyone's gonna die sometime. We're only gonna have a channel for 1 year, so like it's not like we're stuck to something and die. They just basically just didn't want to do something that's like gonna fizzle out before they end it.
Yeah.
So they had this thing, and I love the idea, and it just made them like creative and stuff like that, and it's just really funny. They do just like silly stuff. So they had done a sauna before. So Amy, who's doing the recording and she talks sometimes, that's Mark's girlfriend. She's a creative producer. So a lot of the ideas come from her, which makes it that much funnier because she just tortures them in some of these things. And so they did a sauna. And then someone in the video said, why don't we do it with pee? And so they did a pee sauna.
Ew.
And it was as bad as you think. And so in that video, they're doing things like the hot dog. They did a hot dog challenge. So that's why they did the hot dogs.
Oh, because she did say something about like this is like a scavenger hunt of all the Unnus videos.
Yeah, like they did something with hay, and that's why he stuffed the hay in. He's like, is that the poop hay or the hay? He's like, we don't know.
Because they did. It was 7 minutes in heaven and 7 minutes in heck.
Yes.
I don't know if I could say that.
I feel like we can, right?
Hell.
H-double hockey sticks. But we need to watch it before they're all gone. I mean, some people have like stolen them, like, or copied them, but like,
I'm so surprised that they're not gonna like,
because they've gotten so popular.
that they're not gonna save them
Nope.
or
They don't want to do any of it. They said they're sad, but they don't want to like, this was the point of their channel was to
Right.
delete it and to not, like, they're not going to get any ad revenue after this. Like it's really funny because the channel has like 4 million subscribers, and Ethan, Crank Gameplays, only has like 1 point something. And he's like, I'm never going to see these guys again. They're never going to see me again unless they come subscribe to my channel. But they said that they're going to still do stuff together.
Have they been, like, as this year's gone on, have they been doing stuff on their own channels too, or
Yeah.
just this?
They've been stuff on their own
Oh
channels.
my.
Mark still posts every day on his own
So-
channel too.
They're both gamers?
Yeah, they both
Okay.
do games. They both do like they do like I think they both work with like one works with a clothing brand. They do a lot of other stuff. They just do like fun commentary. Mark does like 3 scary games, and he tests like indie scary games and gives his opinions on them and stuff.
Mhm.
And they're just very entertaining people.
Oh my
Together, a lot of that stuff is just ad lib. Like they don't discuss it beforehand. And some of the episodes are so funny.
That one was really funny.
It was
'Cause I
so
just
funny.
like, what?
And that's what they're like all the
even?
time. Like one time they played egg toss, and then Amy goes, how about you do it with a brick? And so they try to do egg toss with a brick.
No.
And it's just so funny because like they call Mark the masochist. Like he doesn't care. He'll try anything because he doesn't like to be like told he can't do something. And Ethan's like the scared one who's like, no, so that's why he got the heaven and Mark got the hell.
It was funny.
It's so funny. I enjoy it.
I love
a
the little
lot.
voices they were talking to each other.
Yes,
into.
they do that all the time. And so they said, like, I'm not sad because they're still going to continue to do stuff. They did before this even happened. They're friends.
Mhm.
They went on like this tour thing together a couple of years ago. And I think they'll continue to do this kind of stuff, but it's just like so funny to watch them. You have to watch the camping one. It's so funny. I really like it.
Mhm.
So I'm done
Okay.
talking about Unnus. Sorry, guys. I mean, this is gonna like you guys are like you're not even gonna hear this before they're gone. I'm so sorry. They're gone on
my
Friday.
God.
Yeah. So maybe,
Friday the 13th.
but they're doing a live show if you want to watch it on your phone or something. That's what I'm gonna do.
I can't get into something that's going to be gone in a few days.
I know. But I had told you about this, and you're like, I can't get into it if it's going to be deleted eventually. And I'm like, well, we need to watch the greatest hits because they're so good, so good.
What else?
What else? I just want to say, so the show I started there's only one season and got canceled on Netflix, but it's called Daybreak, and it's one I've been wanting to watch.
Oh.
So I hope it like ends nicely at the
Mhm.
end. I mean, mad if it doesn't because it has like 4.5 stars.
I wonder why it got
They don't
canceled.
star on Netflix anymore. But on IMDb. They said it's because there's just too many shows going on right now and just didn't get as enough ratings as it wanted. But It's a post-apocalyptic world full of zombies and Mad Max-style gangs. A teenage outcast searches for his lost love. So basically, it's this teenager who just moved to this high school, and then an atomic bomb hit, and they make some jokes about Trump. And
shoot.
And the atomic bomb turned all the adults into zombies, and 18 and younger were fine. But now that's all there is. And so he didn't know anybody in the high school, really. He was new, except for this one girl who he was seeing, and then this all happened.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a bunch of gangs now, and he's just trying to like navigate the city to try to figure out where she went. And it's just very funny. It's light humor. I think the boys would like it. And like, it's really good. I will enjoy it a lot. So I was like, it's he does this thing where he's like monologues a lot, and it goes back in time, and it comes back, and I just think it's a lighthearted show, and it's only one season, and then I'm gonna start what's it called? Unsolved Mysteries. Yes. So yeah. Animal Crossing, any updates? I went through that phase and I stopped playing again.
I want to play on Switch because right now in November you collect mushrooms.
Oh yeah.
And you make little mushroom crafts.
Let's just have the kids make them for us.
Well, and so my kids time traveled and they got mushrooms and stuff, and Weston made me a mushroom wreath for my door because I love mushrooms. And then they also time traveled to like around Christmas time, and in December you're going to collect ornaments and you can make like an ornament wreath and stuff.
I love it. Yeah, I do want to do the autumn stuff. I need to do that.
I really want to get on there. I just
look at everyone else's. It's just so much time.
It's so overwhelming because my island is trash.
Same.
Like actual trash.
I've tried. I started downloading QR codes or whatever they're called.
Yeah. Well, and then I think there's an island designer thing online too, so that like you can start designing your island before you get in and just like move stuff around. You can actually plan it.
You guys can't see this, but I saved this. It's a little mushroom top.
God, a little mushroom sweater.
I wonder if I can zoom in on camera.
Zoom
in. If not, I'll try to remember to put it in. Samantha. But
hi Samantha, future Samantha.
Hi Samantha. But yeah, so that's it's just like I'm in Among Us mode. I can't right now. But I did want to talk about, because you talked about curly hair. I thought I never think people care about my opinion about this kind of stuff, but I did help someone out on Twitter, so I was like, okay, I am now a professional, so you have to listen to me. So I use this. Anyone who has like long hair that's tangled after a shower, who brushes it, unlike you.
No, I do not brush my hair.
No, I do not brush.
I don't even know if I have a brush.
You don't have eyeliner.
I do not. I haven't worn makeup since the last time we recorded. No, on Halloween I wore makeup and I wore contacts, and that's the only time I've done both of those things since the last time we recorded.
So the hair thing, Jordy, the girl who does my hair, showed me it's Pureology 21 Essentials, and it's multitasking hair beautifier.
Oh.
And basically you spray it on your hair after your shower, just let it sit for a couple minutes, and you can just brush through it with no tangles, like none. Like nothing. And this girl was like saying on Twitter that she just struggles with it, and I was like, I hated my hair before I found this stuff because it was impossible to brush. Like it was so tangled, and this stuff, it's like a breeze too. Yeah, it's a breeze. It's like, I don't even like, like people who, you see those people get angry with their hair, buy this and you'll never do that again. Yeah, it's crazy. So awesome. And then I had to get a new straightener because I had a chi, and outside was so hot I couldn't even like touch it anymore.
Holy crap.
I've had it for like 8 years. So it's a long time. It was overdue. But so I went from like I know, so am I. I went from like a Conair, like, cheapy one, to like a higher up one. Then I got a Chi because everyone's like, oh my God, it's the best. And it's good. I liked it. But it pulled out your hair sometimes, just the way it's like designed.
Yeah.
And this one was expensive. So I saw someone have this and I was like, okay, it's spendy. It is a GHD Platinum Pro Performance Styler.
Oh boy.
Very expensive. It's like originally like $249, but I had,
holy bucket.
They had a 30% off coupon of an item on Ulta. And then I also had like a bunch of money saved up because I'm a platinum member there. So I ended up getting a really good deal on it. And I want to say that my life has changed. It's freaking amazing. First of all, it's so like, you hit the button and it like makes a noise to say that it's on. And it heats up instantly. It doesn't get too hot, and it doesn't pull your hair, and it's like rounded, so it's easy to like curl. Nice. And it was worth the money. I'm like carrying it like a little baby. I love it so much. I told her, I was like, I'm so happy with this. Like,
really?
I talked myself into it because I was like, I'll just buy another Chi. it pulls my hair out, but it's whatever. Like, they're cheaper. And then I was like, no, Samantha, you straighten your hair like every day. Like, just buy the one you want. You're just going to shoot. You're just going to get mad.
Right.
So I'm really happy with it. So, you guys, I know it's expensive. So maybe it's like a Christmas gift or a save up for kind of thing. But as someone who straightens her hair constantly and curls her hair with her straightener now, it just seems like silly not to just spend the money.
Might as well.
Especially when there's a coupon.
Yeah.
We love coupons.
And I was talking with a coworker about this today, but in 2020, do what makes you happy.
Honestly.
Like, if what makes you happy is having a glass of wine every single night, like,
that's fine.
It's not the worst thing in the world.
It actually isn't. So, it really isn't. And yeah, that's why I was like, you know what?
Buy the straightener, because it's going to make you happy, and it's not like you can do much else in 2020.
Exactly.
So.
Like, I was like, it's actually like made me like get up and do my hair and get up and like try to like, you know, curl it and style it and stuff like that. And it's just like, feels good. Like, it doesn't like pull my, like the other one pulled my hair so much. It pulled so much hair out. So like this one's just like, oh, this is so nice. And so I'm like,
hair's going to be like healthier now too, because it's not going to get yanked out or like snapped.
Yeah.
Ugh. It hurts just talking about or thinking about it.
Yeah, I was like, I should probably talk about that kind of stuff more, because like I have a bunch of like makeup.
I talked for how long about my
curly
hair routine, which I don't know. I got to change something up about it because it's been gross the past couple of days.
Well, and like I want to talk about like I do like face stuff and I do like certain kinds of makeup. Like I found this mascara that's like so good. Can't think, it's Lashtopia, I think it's what it's called. By Benefit, I want to say, and it is the best mascara I've ever had. Ever. And I used to love Better Than X. I can't say it. SEX. That's mascara called by Too Faced.
Hell, we can say that.
I don't know what we can't say. Who's making these rules, man?
B C.
Which S? IT?
Yeah.
Or LUT?
No, that's not a bad word.
Oh.
So think about when you're watching TV, what gets bleeped out.
Oh.
That is what you can't say.
Okay. But yeah, so I don't know. I want to talk more about stuff.
Okay,
but we have one thing. I don't know any of the details. I'll talk about it next T-chats. I have to write this stuff down because I genuinely, I know like I know the products I use, but I don't know like the actual like names of them. But the last thing we need to talk about is I have joined
Yay!
the cult that is bullet and junk journaling.
It's so fun.
I'm not bullet journaling because I feel like it's too structured and I can't do
yours
structured.
Is more art journaling than junk journaling. So you should look up some of the junk some of the junk journalers on YouTube. Like they make their own notebooks, and it is like it's a lot of different stuff. I think yours is more like art journaling,
and that's kind of what I wanted to do, but it's with stuff from my life. That I even like put little notes so I could remember it, and I put like the date. Oh, by the way, already broke my label maker. Good thing it was only $12.
How?
Because I had it in my bag and it's plastic and it cracked and I'm annoyed. So now I have to buy another one because I bought a bunch of freaking labels.
Right.
So now I'm fine.
I'm so excited. I got a Famemo printer.
Did you buy one of those?
It's my Christmas present. Yes. Thermal printer. And you can like design your own little stickers that it'll print off for you, or they have a whole database full of different designs and stuff. I'm so excited.
That's what I'm excited for, like my little like HP printer, because I'm gonna do photos.
Yeah,
because they're stickers like on the back.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the one I got,
that's what I want.
It holds 3 different sizes of paper, so I can make like tiny little ones or like bigger ones. I'm so excited.
You know I'm probably gonna get one now.
Well, that's the thing. Like now I have that. Maybe I don't have to buy so many stickers.
Yeah, honestly. Really
okay, so this is the next kind of journal you need to get. I brought this out here just so I could tell you about it. It's called a commonplace book, and where you write down like quotes in different things that you want to remember for later. So I've been like collecting quotes to write in here.
Like your own quotes or quotes of other people?
Like quotes from books or TV shows or anything inspiring that you find.
Yeah.
Just like, and then
I love that.
Because we watched this girl on YouTube. It's Jordan Clark, I think, and she talks about the commonplace book and how like you can flip through it for inspiration if you need it or whatever, or it's just a place to collect your quotes.
It's another book for me to lose.
And I was like, what's funny is I used to have one of these when I was younger too. When I was like a teenager, I had a book of quotes.
Yeah.
So I was like, I already did that before. Now I have an official one.
I put them in my notes app. Actually, I put a lot of stuff down in there. So I thought that's what I'm gonna do. I guess now that I'm kind of already doing the thing I wanted to do, which I didn't even realize, is art journaling, and I want to put quotes in there. So I want like a one page might be just a quote, and then I decorate around it. But it was like so nice to just like make decisions and make art and like do that and feel good about it and feel happy and like knowing like I knew when to stop and when not, and that's like really hard for me, which probably is helpful because of my medication. But like I had a lot of fun, except for I hate double-sided tape when you're trying to do little teeny things. And I was like, I need a glue stick. I need a glue stick.
Sticks are my favorite.
And then Kurt lied to me. He had a glue stick. Well, it's really old. So we need to go to...
They have them at the dollar store here in town.
It's called Buck Gen. That's what Kurt calls it. So I never know what he's talking about. Buck Gen.
Why?
Instead of $1, it's a buck. I don't know.
Thanks, I hate it.
I was like, he's like, gotta go Buck Gen. And I was like, what is that? Where are you going? I don't know what that means. He's like, the thing out there. And I'm like, Dollar General? Buck Gen. Okay. I mean...
Okay. How old does he think
he makes up all these different words.
I don't like it.
It's
I don't
weird. What else does he do? What was that thing he always said to us? And we looked it up, and I lied about what it means. Just to mess with him, and he believed us. And he stopped saying it after that. I felt so bad. I was like, I was lying.
We were picking on him.
We were picking on him. I just got here is a good one.
Gang, gang.
Gang, gang. He always says gang, gang. You don't do that anymore because I made up that it meant something weird.
We did look it up on
but it was like the 4th or 5th like Urban Dictionary thing.
Urban Dictionary.
Like we're mean. But we should go there because I need glue sticks. We need some stuff. Maybe there's some Halloween stuff.
Their Halloween stuff is on clearance right now. I went out there this weekend.
You.
So like stuff that used to be $3 is now 30 cents.
Oh my god, let's go.
So
let's go.
Girl,
let's go.
Tell me when.
I don't know. Now. Just kidding. What time is it?
No.
Yeah. So I'm pretty addicted to it. It's definitely like made my art like senses tingle.
It's so fun.
It is a lot of fun.
You made me share pictures of mine, so now you have to share pictures of yours.
Yeah, I did share them on Instagram because I was like pretty pumped about it, and then I haven't said anything since. Because
if you do write like anything personal, just blur it out in an app because. I mean, that's what I do. If I have any like personal dates or anything in there, I don't.
Yeah, mine was just like first time voting in person, which oh my god, that was so funny because I said it, but I was wearing a mask, and girls like the lady goes, "You've never voted?" I meant in person. I've never voted in person.
Right.
I lived in Cedar Falls. I didn't want to go in person. And like, there's a couple other things I just want to remember. Like I put like I just want to like be. It's like a diary to me. I think a little bit.
So there's some YouTubers that I need to send you because there's one girl. It's Chloe Plans or Plan with Chloe or. I can't remember, but her name is Chloe. She does bullet journaling. She does a reading journal, and then she does a life journal. And that's where each spread is like something that happened in her life that she wants to commemorate. So like voting or like she was really obsessed with BTS for a while. So she did a whole spread on BTS and like she watched Edward Scissorhands for the first time. So she did a spread on that. And so that's kind of cool.
That's cool too. I just basically was like, I've just been collecting stuff. And Kurt's like, you do that? And I was like, I've done that anyway. I'm just like kind of a pack rat a little bit. I think it's because when I was younger, I didn't ever want to litter, so I always stuff everything in my pockets. And my mom would be like, "What the heck is this?" And I'm like, I don't know. There's in the garbage, so I can keep. But I've been more mindful of keeping things, and then I look at everything, and I look at what color schemes to go together is what I've been doing. So like, I had a thing that said patient because I went to the hospital to check my thyroid, and then I also had the voting thing, and they were both blue, so that's why I did that like blue scheme. So that's just kind of what I'm doing. But I'm super excited about it. But it's made me like, I've now gotten like all of my Twitch designs done.
Yay.
And now I'm going to have you help me with a background. Yeah. And I think Kurt and I maybe do some cooking stuff if he's ever comfortable. But God, blur his voice.
Blur his voice. Blur his voice. Oh, Kurt.
Blur my voice. He's such an old man. Buckagen.
Blur my voice.
Freaking, yeah. So
it doesn't mean anything.
What are you saying? Gang, gang.
Gang, gang. Oh, Kurt.
So yeah, I'll post pictures about it because I enjoy it. Yeah. It was fun. I think I'm only going to do it on Sundays though because I have way too many other things going on.
Well, now I'm going to spam you with all the YouTubers that I watch that journal in some form.
Yes.
Because some of them are junk journalers, which I don't know if I could handle. Because some of these you got to watch.
See, I don't know if I could.
Like their books are so thick because they can't shut because they're so full of stuff.
See, I don't know if I do that. I like my little stuff, but I'm not keeping ever receipt. I'm keeping things that like maybe mean a little bit to me or I want to remember.
Which is what they do, but I don't. You just have to see it.
You showed me one and it was a little chaotic for me. Yeah. A little chaotic for me.
But yeah, I watch a lot of different YouTubers now that do different kinds of journaling. Because that's my thing now. Like, I have 4 different journals. I'm like, this is a lot. but also I need them all.
See, and I only want one because I lost it for a while. But I think what I'm going to do is like do this one and then start on another one and maybe change it up, maybe do the same.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely am like, I'm enjoying it. It's fun. It's a fun art project. I'm like, what other art things can I do?
Yeah.
So I've got some ideas.
Well, now my problem too is I keep buying journals.
Mm-hmm. We get Paper Gang.
I know, but like, so there's a website called Denik, I
Mhm.
think is how you say it. It's DENIK, I believe. And they have different artists that they collaborate with, and their art is on the cover of the notebooks.
Mhm.
They're so pretty. And then also you can upload your own art and have it printed.
That's cool.
And so I think that would be cool too if we got some other people to do some kind of journaling, and then we could put like our Life in Books logo on there or some book thing. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that.
Mhm.
I know. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I thought, yeah, that printer is what I really want to print stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could like print a cover of a book and then do all things about the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all
Oh my
of the
God, so many
things.
ideas. And that's what I want to do every night. Like, I just want to come home and I'm like I can't do a different page every single night.
I mean, you could.
I could, but
my thing is like getting all the stuff out. Like it's a freaking chore to get everything out. So like, and we only have like the kitchen table. So like
Right.
on Sundays, I like spread everything out and then I do it. And then when I start getting a little tired, then I'm like, okay, you have to put everything away because there's way too much stuff and your dogs will eat it. I learned that about the puzzle.
uh-huh.
Hey, 2 pieces of that. I was so upset. So upset. Why?
Aw,
Why do you do this
puppies.
to me? And now Sophie's like, ooh, treats, because they like to eat sticks. So, puzzles are made of wood. So they in their opinion, in their
Mind.
in
Yeah.
their mind, they were eating
Similar.
Similar.
It's similar.
Why is mom playing with wood? We're going to eat it. I'm like, no.
I needed that.
I'm like, that was mine.
Oh boy.
So we have a lot of things. We've got a lot of hobbies. I don't think that's bad though. I
No.
like having a lot of hobbies.
Mhm.
I'd rather, if I'm like, I have to have things to do. If not, I will watch TikTok all night.
Right.
I will do that.
Right. Or
I love
I'll just
TikTok.
come home and lay on the couch and fall asleep.
Yeah.
Early.
Well, because your couch is really comfortable.
I
I love
it just
your couch.
it sucks you in.
It does. It sucks you in and you're like, I'm cozy.
Like on the weekends, I refuse to sit on the couch. 'Cause I'm
Yeah.
like, if I sit down on that couch, I will not get up. I will not.
No.
I will sleep.
The only time I haven't felt tired is when all of us were playing Animal
Mhm.
Crossing and stuff and Among Us. I think it's just because we were all playing and it was, but other
Right.
times I'm like,
Uh-huh.
night.
It's so comfortable.
your other couch is comfortable too. More comfortable than the couch I have.
Mm,
It's
Mm.
leather.
yeah, but
And
it
it's
had a lot
cold.
of pokey parts and it was falling. It was a garbage couch. It was comfortable until it started
wasn't.
falling apart.
Yeah, yeah. It was loved. It was a loved couch.
Listen, when the furniture store says that this couch is half off and it used to be $4,000, they're liars. It was not worth that.
Your old couch?
Yes.
Oh yeah, no. I thought you
We
meant your
bought
new couch.
it
I was
at
like,
half
yes, it is.
off.
I would have paid it
And
whatever.
I mean,
for
it
the
did
couch.
have, like, 2 of the chairs had, like, the massager things, but that didn't last very long.
Yeah, none of that stuff will last long.
And then it also had, like, these lights in it, and, like, but the buttons fell out, and
Yeah.
it had, like, the reclining thing, and one of those, like, the back completely broke, and it was a trash couch. It didn't last very long.
Yeah. I love your couch job now, though.
Mhm.
I love
Same,
it. All right, we should probably let these guys go. It's been an hour.
Sorry for talking about my couch so much.
We talked about a lot of things, guys. Listen, you knew this was gonna happen. We've been gone. We're gonna rattle on
Yeah.
and on and on.
Yeah, that's kind of what we do.
I like it. Well, we better get going. We've got more tea to drink and books to read. Our social medias are all down below, or if you're watching, they're on the screen right now. Look at that. Go Samantha.
Hey.
Hopefully they're legible. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. No, just kidding. Make sure to rate and review the podcast. It really helps. Please rate and review our podcast and not someone else's.
Right.
And don't come rate ours yelling about stuff that I don't even know anything about.
When you're rating a podcast, please, any podcast, make sure you're on the correct one.
Yes. Also, Nick got a really big laugh out of that because he's like, I know for a fact you don't know anything about any of that stuff. And I was like, exactly. D in history. I don't know.
You
what
were
the
so
Crusades
confused
are.
when I sent it to you, too. You're like, what?
What
are
are
they
the
talking
Crusades?
about? What are they
I go,
talking about?
and my first thought is Elizabeth had to have said this. I don't know any of these words.
No, we didn't talk about any of that.
No, we need to figure out how to get that removed.
I know.
We'll work on it. If you are on YouTube, make sure to subscribe here as well and hit the notification bell. We upload bloopers there, guys, as well as maybe some funny edits. We're kind of just working on learning all of the social medias because we're
Mhm.
old. We have Patreon right still. You can call a book witch or a witch.
Witch.
Where we do fun things over there. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Thanks for listening.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.